Okay, for this demo, we're going to look at night mode and day mode. And this is a nice feature if you're using the MX3 clock app as a bedroom alarm clock. Maybe not so useful in the office, but if it's in your bedroom, I mean, this display is bright. I mean, you can see this in pretty much sunlight, and it will light the whole room up at nighttime. And if that doesn't bother you, it doesn't really, you can leave it that way. But for most people, it's a little too bright. It's like a big night light. So, one of the features is you want it to dim down at nighttime. So, and there's a way to do that with the MX3 clock app. You go into configs, and you can see this dim night percent is set at 10%, and that's configurable. You can set it between 1 and 100%, and so we've got the dim night percent set at 10%, and the color at nighttime is going to be blue, and that's also configurable. It's you can change it between yellow, cayenne, gray, green, magenta, orange, pink, red, white, and black. Of course, black is going to just blank the whole thing out. But right now we've got it set at blue. And let's see, where are we at? Okay, so this is the daytime setting. So nighttime is set at 17:05. So we're gonna set nighttime, and this is where you tell it what time you want the clock to dim. Okay, so if you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, then you're going to want to set it for 2200 hours, and it's in military time, so you didn't have to mess around with the AM, PM stuff like that. But let's go ahead. We're going to change it to we'll change it to 1735. Okay, and so we're going to just come in here and edit it and go down to 35 and save that. So what's going to happen at 1735 is it's going to go to our nighttime settings, which if we looked up here earlier, so dim night, so it's going to dim the display, the light actually coming out of it down to 10%, and it's going to change the color to blue, because that's how we have it. We want it to be pretty dark at night, and this is pretty nice. So while we're waiting for that to change color, let me talk about the day. Okay, so, yeah, so it already changed. You can see it dimmed it down quite a bit, and it's changed the font color to blue, and it's a very deep dark blue, or it's with the dimming and the font color changes, it's pretty dark at night, but you can still see it, and you can also change it to different colors. If blue is not your favorite color, you can change it to red or whatever. And but that way at nighttime when you go to bed, this thing is not blaring. It's dimmed down. So let's change the day. Let's see. Color night, color day. Okay, so day it's going to be orange. But this is, like I said, this is changeable. You can change it to different colors. Usually yellow. I think yellow is a default. So we'll set it to yellow. That's pretty bright. And let's see, daytime. We're going to set daytime to 1737. Here. Okay. So yeah. So at 5:37, it's going to it should go back in day mode. So normally what you do is you know, you'd set this, if you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock at night, you would set it to your nighttime colors and brightness. And in the daytime, you'd set it to your, you know, if you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, then it goes back into its day mode. And that just helps, you know, so it doesn't, well, there you go. So now it went back into day mode. So now you can see it in the bright daytime, and here's the dim day percent. I've got it set to 100, so it's at brightest. So you'll be able to see that in a very bright room. So that's the night mode, day mode setting, and it's very, very handy. You know, if you don't like a real bright room, if you need a dark room at night, you know, that's a great way to do it. You know, to keep it dark inside, you know, inside your room. And you can also, if you want to, you know, look at some of these things, you can go into you can change the different font colors right from the button panel. So I can change it in night mode right now just by hitting night. And of course the menu stuff is still, you know, bright, but it also, you notice it dimmed it. Everything's dim. So but the menu, you know, all the status right here is still, you know, bright enough where you can see it at nighttime. And you can also change the font color and type. Okay, so we put it back in a day mode, and you can change the font color, you know, right from here. And what's interesting is you can kind of, you know, scroll through these things and, you know, see what you like, and if you don't save it, it won't change anything. So if you're just doing, you know, okay, do I like this color? Do I like that color? You know, there's black. And but we're not going to save it because I don't want to change it. But yeah, so that's a very nice feature for keeping your room dim. And I guess while we're at it, we'll talk about the font type. You can also change the font type. There's only 2 of them right now. It's not a real big feature. We'll probably add more later on. But you can change it, you know, if you like, you know, look to this Times Roman type font better. I think it says a serif. And there's dialogue. There's only 2 of them, so I kind of like the dialogue look. It just looks, it's easier for me to read. But you can also change that there too, and if you don't save it, it won't do anything with it, or but if you save it, it will. And you can also change it in the config menu from right here. And right now there's only 2 of them, but yeah, we'll probably add more later. We'll see what people ask for.